Public art is like a phenomenon that that exists because of the necessity for people who are artists to express themselves and express themselves in different ways. You know, sometimes it's in the context of a museum, but sometimes it's in the context of the street. If you look at all the graffiti around the city, you can say, well, this is public art also, because it's like people expressing themselves in some way, although some people might find it offensive, but that's another discussion. But it's people expressing themselves in a way that can be seen. And so public art is a reality, or became a reality centuries ago. Every statue that you see in the city, whether it's of Kossuth or whether it's in Széchenyi, that's public art. What we wanted to do when we first had this discussion about the project, what we wanted to do was something that opened up the idea of art and culture to a much larger audience. So in the sense, like what it was in between, like the kind of white cube exhibition that is like very common in the art world, and also an exhibition that took advantage or was able to explore some of the other spaces in the city, which is why the exhibition is not just, I mean, most of the exhibition is not in Belváros, it's in like Győrváros, it's in Kerkváros, it's in different parts of the city. So this is like in some ways is physically representative of the in-between. Some types of public art is in your face. It's a confrontation with the people on the street. And other types of work is much more subtle. It's something that you have to, it presents a question. For example, the Anna Kien's project, which was at the bus station. I mean, the bus station is like a site of the exhibition, and her piece like explores this kind of in-between. It's like people going to travel on the buses and so forth, and there is like this art piece, you know, which is there for people to explore and to investigate. The same thing with Sugar János's piece, which is the sign which is above the bus station. And so there's a number of pieces that are throughout the city. Carlo Crovato's piece, which is up in Győrváros, is right across the street from the main exhibition hall. But there's another example of we described to him the project. Carlo had been here before, and he saw this pyramid which was like unused and empty, and he said, oh, I want to do something there. Marek Brandt, another example. So the artists all like sort of were able to have some sense of what the city is like, and able to like come up with a project which related to this environment. I spoke to Ilona, who has the mirror in Kossuth Square, and Ilona said that the project was, the people here responded to her project much more favorably than the people in Győr, for example, where the project was presented the first time. When you work with a group of artists from all over Europe, from all over Hungary, it's like a very rewarding experience. I mean, it's a very rewarding experience for the people who are working on the project, to be able to communicate with each other and exchange ideas. This is a very important aspect of these types of projects, to be able to have this kind of like exchange. I mean, otherwise people just work with the people that they are familiar with, okay? I can work with my friend who lives down on the next street or something like this. But the purpose of an exhibition like this is that people from different places who don't know each other come together, they can talk about their ideas and produce something like it is very different and very unique.